Well, welcome back to Breakfast. It's 47 minutes past 7, 6 months on from Hamas's attack and the start of Israel's war in Gaza. 3 New Zealand doctors are preparing to depart for a humanitarian mission to the conflict. They're joining the International Freedom Flotilla sailing from Turkey. Israeli attacks on Gaza's infrastructure have closed more than half of the territory's hospitals. The rest are only partially functional. Doctors Adnan Al-Kanani and Wasafi Shaheen join us now, alongside with Roger Fowler from Kia Gaza. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us. Okay. Adnan, I'd like to start with you.
Yeah.
Why are you going to Gaza and what are you hoping to achieve here?
Yeah. The initial plan was to serve people on the ground in Gaza. So we were waiting for ceasefire. We started in November to recruit health professionals, and we got a reasonable number actually now. We started simply using this poster, which is from the Medics International, which is the organization in the States, affiliated or accredited by the United Nations. But then we reach a stage now, keep on waiting for the ceasefire. Unfortunately, it has not been achieved. So waiting for the while waiting, there's something urgent come up, which is the man-made famine there. There's some urgent need for delivering the humanitarian aid, medical equipment. We got 8 ambulances on the ship. So this is more urgent thing. While waiting for the ceasefire, then we could work on the ground. If we get opportunity this time to join a medical team inside Gaza, that's extra thing we do. Yeah.
And you'll be well aware that the New Zealand government have advised no travelling into that area.
Yeah.
How hopeful are you that you're going to be allowed to come onto shore?
Yeah, I'm a New Zealand citizen. I respect the decision of the government of the country that sheltered me and my family 30 years ago. There are other things. There's the medical, the ethics or moral things, and other that attract me to do to serve the needy people.
It's dangerous too. You know that.
We have been exposed in our organization, the Medics International. We have annual medical missions. We go to different parts. If you remember the earthquake last year in Turkey and Syria, I was in Syria after the earthquake, and we have annual mission to Iraq. The flood in Pakistan. I was in Christchurch 2011, just after the earthquake. So we know there are risks with these medical missions. Yeah, proportionally this time, yes. We agree it's the maximum risk compared to the previous missions.
Roger, I want to bring you in here. The logistics around this. Talk to me about your role in this.
Okay, I'm the coordinator of Kia Gaza, and we've organised 6 different flotillas and convoys with Kiwis participating in them. A few years ago, Marama Davidson was on the women's boat to Gaza, and I've been to Gaza 3 times. But just picking up on what Dr. Adnan said, referring to this as a man-made disaster, and it is, and that's what we have to bear in mind when approaching the question of risk, and that the main thing is to get rid of the risk. And we've called on the government. We wrote to the government last week, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, asking them to demand that the Israeli government give the boats safe and unhindered passage to Gaza. So that's where the plea should be, not to say that it's too risky, is to eliminate the risk.
Right.
It's a man-made risk. It's not like a natural disaster, as Dr. Ali has just said, with his other experiences with floods and earthquakes. This is a man-made disaster, and it can be stopped.
So
and
talk
it
me
must
through
be stopped.
the itinerary, Roger. When do you all leave, and where do you fly to?
The doctors will be leaving tomorrow for Auckland International Airport in the morning, and there'll be a big send-off there, no doubt, at 10:30 in the morning. They'll be flying to Turkey, to Istanbul. There'll be 2 days of training, and they'll be joining up with many other people, including many other medics. So there'll be a medical team, and there's probably be over 1,000 people altogether. We've got one big container ship which is carrying 5,500 tons of humanitarian and medical aid, as the doctor said, including ambulances. And at least 2, probably 3 large passenger ships as well. So this is quite a substantial effort this time to break the siege and to get through and to try and do what our government should be doing, is taking a stand to stop the genocide and the disaster that's happening in Gaza.
Talking about the risk, we're not making any threat. We are not carrying guns or weapons. Purely humanitarian mission. If there's any risk that will come from the Israeli army, there might be a threat. We're not coming to Israel as well. We're going to Gaza. Yeah, so we're not touching but although there is possibility they might shift the ship to Ashdod. That's one of the possibilities.
That's what's happened in previous flotillas. They hijack the ships, surround them with warships, and tow them to a naval port, Ashdod, in Israel.
Well, I wish you all a safe journey. Do take care, and thank you for coming on the show this morning.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks a lot.